Hey there, folks. I am Joe Crawford, and pretty much every day I go to CSSBattle.dev, do the daily target, and record it. My website is artlearn.com, by the way. Okay. Oh, hey. Cool. I think today this set of uh, lozenges, let's say, sure, is I'm going to use the body tag and HTML tag. So what I call the nested template, available on my GitHub repository of plugins, always linked. 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna make this middle one 3, 4, and I'm just forcing the body to be exactly that. And to do that, I'm editing the margins of the enclosing element, the HTML tag, to make that smaller. 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to use box shadows. 62. Okay, so border radius, let's call it 1 inch. Yeah, sure. So that's what we got. I'm going to remove the background, and I'm going to set the color to be this yellow color. What that gets me is the default borders, box shadows, text inside will all be that color. That's what you get when you set the color of something. Now, I don't have any of those things in there right now, but that's what that would be. So if I add, if I add some characters, then there you see that text is in yellow. That's not really what we're doing though. So let's do box shadow. And the first one is going to be, I got to spell shadow right, box shadow, colon. And we're going to do an inset 1 inch, 1 inch. That covers the first one. And then each shadow we do about 100 pixels over and 0. And is that lined up? Let's find out if that's lined up. Nope, it's not. How about 110, 110, 0. So probably the next one would be minus 110 pixels and 0. And then the next one would be minus 110 pixels and 100 pixels, maybe another 110. There it is. And so the next one will be 0, 110 pixels. And that's it. That is 5 shadows, one of which is inset. Let's submit and make sure we got it. That's how I make that today. Now I could make 5 elements and set margins, or set it as a flex and then blah, 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 particular margins. I could do them as inline blocks with margins. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but minify and unit replace, this is how I did it today. Super fun. Submit, and I think that's a final answer for the backend. So again, I always use Safari. The backend is Chromium. I try to prioritize code that would work in most browsers, and so we know it works in Chrome, and we know it works in Safari now. Now, did I test Firefox? No, I did not. And in fact, the nested template has some issues with Firefox. Usually, you end up having to set a height on the body to make Firefox do the same thing. But for Chromium and Safari, you don't need it. All right, that's it for today. Hope you're doing well out there. It's going to be a busy week, I think. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Go make a web page. But everybody's got web browsers. It's so fun. Make a web page. CSS is great. HTML is fun. See you later. Bye.